focuses on that strike zone. Andrew McCutchen takes the fastball. It is up for ball one. McCutchen's played 2 major league games. He scored 3 runs with a .250 average and 1 RBI. And the fastball works for strike one for the Wizard. It's 1-1. McCutchen started and led off Friday night. 0 for 4 against the Astros last night. He made his major league debut Thursday. 2 for 4, scoring 3 times, stealing a base, driving in a run. It's 2-1. McCutchen getting a chance to play center field with the trade of Nate McLouth, and Roy Oswalt is 2-2. JD.
Yeah, he picked up win number 2 last time out against the Rockies. 7 innings of 1-run baseball on that one. His ERA down to 4.28. I suspect you could probably shave about a run off of that by the time the season's done.
Grounded to shortstop. Miguel Tejada got a rest last night. He takes care of out number 1 tonight. Astros won it last night 9-1. They held the Pirates to 6 hits, all of them singles by Mike Hampton and Jeff Fulcino. Nyjer Morgan with a .276 average, no homers, 18 runs batted in. Drew an 8th inning walk last night, and he was the only man of the top 3 Pirate hitters to reach base in that game. .276, .357 on base average for Nyjer Morgan.
And Mike Hampton, 2 consecutive starts against the Pirates, just shackling them. And the Pirates came in here having swept the Mets, scoring 22 runs in a 3-game series. So they were swinging it well when they came to town.
1 ball, 1 strike to Nyjer. Third baseman Jeff Keppinger on the grass. He takes it to left field on a line to Carlos Lee. 2 out for the Wizard.
Astros defensively tonight. Leaborn and Pence are your outfielders. Infield with a similar look. Keppinger at third, Tejada at short. Edwin Masonette has started 10 consecutive at second base. Lance Berkman your first sacker, and Pudge Rodriguez does the catching for Roy.
2 outs for Roy. Now it's Freddie Sanchez batting. Sanchez takes. That is strike 1. Charlie Relaford is calling the balls and strikes tonight. Sanchez has 67 hits, a .315 average, 4 homers, 18 driven in. Broken bat. Oswalt keeps everything right there. And he has a 1-2-3 first inning. Nice start for the Wizards. No score. Top of the first now. The Astros starting lineup is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Michael Bourne leads off in center field. It's Miguel Tejada who rested for the first time this year last night at shortstop. Hunter Pence in right field. Carlos Lee is in left. It is 13th career grand slam last night. It's Lance Berkman first base. Pudge Rodriguez catcher. Jeff Keppinger third base. Edwin Masonette second base. Roy Oswalt pitcher. Paul Maholm works to Michael Bourne, who takes a 5-game hitting streak into this one. Mahalam delivers strike one. Bourne at 302 has 1 homer and 13 runs batted in. Leads the league in steals with 19. He has scored 33 runs this year. That's a foul ball, and it's 0-2 for Paul Mahalam.
Mahalam 33 and 37 in his major league career, 3-2 this year with a 3.82 ERA. Got off to a great start in April, was 3-0 then. Month of May, not quite as good, 0-2, a 4.46 ERA, but he finished by pitching a dandy against the Astros last weekend. Unfortunately for him, he was on the wrong end of that 2-1 decision to Mike Hampton. He worked 7 innings, allowed 2 runs, 1 earned.
1-2 to Bourne. Bounces it to Adam LaRoche. The toss to Mahalam. Just barely beats him. 1 out. Bourne leads the league in infield hits with 15. Mahalam has a smile after preventing him from reaching there.
And defensively for the Pirates tonight, Morgan's in left, the youngster McCutcheon in center, Brandon Moss gets a start in right. The LaRoche boys have the corners covered. In the middle, about as good as it gets with Wilson and Sanchez. Rookie Jason Jaramillo is the catcher this evening.
Mahalam turns 27 later on this month. He's from Greenwood, Mississippi. Went to Mississippi State. Up the middle. Backhand. Nope. On through. A hit from Miguel Tejada. He had a 17-game hitting streak. That was stopped 2 nights ago. Got a rest last night. Now the league leader in base hits picks up his 77th of the year.
Second to Carlos Beltran in batting average. Just gets a piece of Mahalam. Tries to hacky sack it. It's off his spike, and I don't know if that influences Sanchez's ability to make a play or not. Took a little steam off of it. That's a knock any way you slice it.
Board for Hunter Pence, 344, 6 homers, 23 runs batted in. As JD mentioned, Tejada's second in batting average. Pence is tied for 4th at 344. Deep left center field. Bottom of the first inning, and that is a 2-run blast for Hunter Pence, number 7. Very quickly a 2-0 lead for the Astros. Wow. That one went on a merry ride.
Yeah, well, you know, Hunter, through the first couple of months of the season, obviously getting his base hits. But the power numbers not really there for him. But in recent games, he's shown some signs of starting to do more of this. And he just absolutely unloads on that. Boy, is that a pretty swing. Look at the lower body. I was down watching him swing in BP today. Nobody works harder than Hunter Pence in batting practice.
Carlos Lee.
Some would argue too hard, but it's fun to watch. I mean, he's grunting and blowing and huffing and puffing and sweating and just cranking one ball after another.
Sounds like Jimmy Connors at the French Open, but it's great results. Lee takes a look at it, and it's a 1-ball-1-strike count. He ripped a grand slam last night. 10th homer of the year, 35 runs batted in, a 317 average for Carlos. Mahalam throws ball 2. Mahalam has surrendered just his 4th home run of this season in 68 innings plus this year. Pence hitting number 7, giving Hunter now 25 runs batted in. One hit for right center field, cutting across McCutcheon. Oh, he dropped it. And it gets loose in right center field. Moss gets it back in. Probably be a double after that long run for McCutcheon. He really ate up the ground with those strides, but he had his glove on it and couldn't hold it.
Yeah, regardless of how it's ruled to play, he probably should have made. He did have to go a long way, and it would have been a nice play. But once you're there, that's a ball you think a center fielder is going to be able to secure. And I'm wondering if he heard footsteps with Moss and maybe took his eye off it or just short-armed it a little bit, fearing a potential collision. Hard to tell with that look. Man, it looked like he stayed on it. Yeah. Just couldn't quite get it.
Never really had it in his glove. It was off the tips of the fingers. So that's a double for Lee, his 12th. 3 consecutive hits for the Astros. Now Lance Berkman. 5-game hitting streak for Lance. Batting average .244, 10 homers, 32 driven in. He is 3 for 20 lifetime against Mahalam.
And with the 6:05 start with the sunlight, kind of that dappled effect out there in the outfield with the sun and shadows, maybe creating a little bit of a problem too for the outfielders.
That's a very good point. Only the second game here in this ballpark for center fielder McCutcheon. Bounce for shortstop. Lee will take third.
Definitely got a break there.
Yeah, Wilson could have thrown him out, but Jack was moving to his left. And he took the out at first, out number 2 with Lee taking third.
Yeah, probably the smart play. If there's nobody out there, then you're going to be aggressive and try to throw out Carlos. You don't want him to get there where a sac fly is going to drive him in. And this is a play a shortstop anticipates the runner getting third on because it's hit behind the runner. But it's a little bit of a late break by Carlos, some indecision. And if Wilson had wanted to, probably has a pretty good shot at him.
Lee at third base. But Rodriguez the batter. 4-game hitting streak for Pudge. He rested last night while Humberto Quintero did the catching. There's ball 1 to him. 266, 5 homers, 24 runs batted in. He's driven in 5 runs in his last 7 games. Mahalam brings in the breaker, and it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Mahalam in his lifetime against the Astros has won 5 and lost 4. His ERA in those games, 10 starts, is 4.5. Bouncer Mahalam throws him out, but the Astros come up with 2 runs on 3 hits and leave a man. 2-0 Houston after 1. Challenge. Round 2 is ongoing with Brad Ausmus's final game homer off Mike Hampton. That's one choice. The other one is the Jeff Bagwell pinch hit game winner in 2002 on the day Darryl Kyle died. Go to Astros.com to cast your vote today. 2-0 Astros. Second inning beginning with Adam LaRoche. Looking at strike 1. 7-game hitting streak for LaRoche, a .245 average, 7 homers, 24 runs batted in. Clocks that one toward the right field corner. A line drive, and it bounces on one hop off the wall. Hunter Pence with a throw into second. LaRoche is going to be safe. Pretty close, though, on the strong throw by Hunter Pence from deep in the right field corner. 19 doubles and an 8-game hitting streak now for Adam.
Yeah, you know, if this were an amateur game and the scouts were watching, they'd be scribbling furiously about Hunter Pence so far. He hits that massive home run and now makes a heck of a play with first his legs to get there in a hurry, and then a good strong throw to almost get LaRoche on what looked like it would be an easy double when he hit it. He'd be writing down, this Pence kid, pretty good player. I want to spend some money on him.
Younger brother Andy LaRoche looks at ball 1. He sat out last night's game with a bruised right knee. 298, 2 homers, 27 runs batted in. He got rolling late. Started the season 0 for 18. He's made up for lost ground. Hitting .338 for his last 43 games. Roy pours the fastball in to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Andy LaRoche has driven in 5 in his last 3 games. Knocked in a pair on Thursday against the Mets. He takes, and it's a 2-1 count. Oswalt is 13-6 lifetime against the Buccos. Only Mario Soto has a career ERA against the Pirates lower than Roy. Roy has a 2.40. Soto had a 2.11. Pirates hated to see this 1-2 punch coming, and Mike Hampton, who won his 9th consecutive start against Pittsburgh last night, and Oswalt. Now 3-1 to Andy LaRoche. Andy Moss on deck. Roy is 2-1 here at home this season. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
Roy, in his last start, was showing a willingness to come off the fastball, and fastball counts, and he just did it there too. Even though he's behind 3-1, Roy's nature is to be very aggressive in attack, but he threw a tight little slider just off the outside corner.
Bouncer rolls into right field. Stop sign at third base for Tony Beasley, and the throw is cut off on a single to right by Andy LaRoche. So brothers LaRoche on the corners. Brandon Moss. Moss, the right fielder tonight, checks in at 264. He has 1 homer, 13 runs batted in, and 310 on base average for Brandon. He's hit .387 in his last 19 games. His batting average has come from 174 to the current 264.
Yeah, you read those Pirate notes, and just about everybody's swinging it well right now.
All the way for strike 1.
And finding a little extra, that fastball clock at 95 miles an hour. He'd love to be able to punch out Moss and get a double play from Jaramillo and clean up this inning.
Tejada and Masonette are set up to turn 2. Fisted out to shortstop. Here's the throw home from Tejada, and the tag by Pudge on Adam LaRoche for out number 1. Gingerly, he applied the tag.
He who hesitates is lost, and Adam LaRoche hesitated on that one, maybe thinking that it might be caught as this ball's fisted in the air towards short. Maybe initially was thinking about a double play, and then he sees LaRoche out of the corner of his eye, and typically the play here is to take the double play, allow the run, and try to clean up the inning. Maybe he felt like he wasn't going to get the double play. He had to field that ball back on his heels.
Pudge kept his body out of the way, did not have to sustain a collision, and got the out. Now Jason Jaramillo, your double play scenario is in effect here.
And it's funny, a manager would tell you, hey, just go ahead and take the double play, give up the run, clean up the inning. The pitcher's like, yeah, go home and nail that guy. You don't want to give up anything.
12 runs batted in for this switch hitting catcher. He went to Oklahoma State.
Unless the next guy hits a double in the corner, and then you say, why didn't we take the double play?
Yeah. Jason had his first career 4 RBI game on Thursday against the Mets. A big series against them. He connected off Johan Santana for his first major league homer on Tuesday. Pirates were not too thrilled with the comments Carlos Beltran made to the media after the Mets were swept by the Buccos in that 3-game series.
Yeah, Carlos and Adam LaRoche got a little more of the words going on now. Carlos said that they were embarrassed to be swept by the Pirates. And Adam countering that Carlos showed zero class with his comments. And back and forth they go.
Too bad they're not in the same division. They could have a little rivalry going.
Did too, did not.
That's a strike, and it's 3-1 to Jaramillo.
Got to be careful, though. It's one thing, and LaRoche made the point, he was quoted in the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. He said, it's one thing if you're talking with your teammates or your buddies and say, man, we shouldn't get swept by those guys. But when you say it to the writers and it gets out, of course the Pirates are going to be upset by that.
Yeah. That's a walk to load the sacks for Jack Wilson. Jack Wilson has excellent career numbers against the Wizards.
Nobody has more hits off Roy Oswalt than Jack Wilson. Not even Albert Pujols.
24 hits. 66 at-bats, a 364 career average for Jack against Roy. That includes 5 doubles and a triple. And now he comes up with the bases loaded and 1 out. Wilson, a 266 hitter, has 1 homer. He's driven in 18. Will not chase the slider, and it's ball 1 with Mahalam on deck. Wilson had an RBI single in the 5th last night for the Pirates' only run off Mike Hampton. Mm. 2-0.
Fell off that one a little bit. Roy, with his delivery, falls to the first base side anyway. By that time, he kind of drifted a little bit early. Come out early on Wednesday as the Astros host the Cubs. If you're one of the first 10,000 fans, you'll receive a 10th season T-shirt. That's courtesy of the Methodist Heart Center. 1-877-9-ASTROS would be the phone number. Astros.com would be the website.
Wednesday with the Cubs in town. That series opens Tuesday night. The Thursday finale is a day game. Foul ball, and now it's 2-1. Jack Wilson did not get a good cut at that one.
Got a break there.
Yep.
Pitch was up out of the zone. Standing in 3-0.
The Astros 5-2 against Pittsburgh. Last night they played the first of 9 games here against the Pirates this season. Now 3-1 to Wilson. If he walks in a run, he still leads 2-1, and the pitcher's coming up. Wilson's hit 2 grand slams. 1 for 5 of the bases loaded this year. But he gets a swing and a miss, and now he's 3-2 on Wilson.
Wilson normally pretty quick to the ball, doesn't try to hit the ball out of the ballpark, but that time he took a shot at one, took a big healthy rip, a little behind that 94-mile-an-hour heater.
Jack's walked only 5 times this season. Reaches out, lines it to right field. Hunter Pence hustling in with the catch, and he throws on in on one bounce to the plate on out number 2. Now Mahalam, good comeback for Roy Oswalt after falling behind Jack Wilson. 2-0 and 3-1. Gets the number 8 hitter. Now it's the pitcher Mahalam, who has a homer this season. 2 hits and 21 at bats. Adam LaRoche took off a little bit, or Andy rather, took a couple steps home. Apparently he thought that that ball might drop in front of Hunter Pence, so he did not go back to tag. Ball was very shallow.
Yeah, I think he made the right play. I don't think that's a ball you're going to tag in advance on, so he started down the line hoping it may drop in.
Ball to Mahalam. Roy has won 7 of his last 8 decisions against the Buccos. This is the first time this year he's faced them. In his career at Minute Maid Park, he's 74 and 23 with a 2.72 ERA. 1-1. Roy's won 131 games in his major league career, more than any other pitcher since he came to the big leagues in 2001. He's thrown ball 1 to 6 of the first 9 hitters in this game. Now 2 balls, 1 strike to the pitcher.
Very un-Roy-like.
The Astros 4-1 on this homestand. They've won 6 of their last 8 since they were 18 and 27 and had lost 7 in a row. Mahalam makes it 2-2 by chasing one upstairs. The Astros 5 games below 500. They're a half game behind the Pirates. Pittsburgh in 5th, Houston in 6th in the NL Central. And now it's a full count. Bases loaded and 2 outs. Holland. It's one deflected by Roy, and here's the throw to first. He is safe as the run scores. Andy LaRoche coming home to make it 2-1 on what will be an infield hit, an RBI single by Mahalam. Masonette came in and tried a quick throw to first, but the pitcher beat it for the RBI single. His second run batted in.
Both clubs benefiting by deflections by the pitcher here. Mahalam that one all that sharply, and Masonette was pinched towards the middle, so he was in position to make a play on that ball had Roy been able to leave it alone. But your instinct as a pitcher is just go ahead and try to make a play on it. But the best guy I ever saw in that regard was Greg Maddux. The ability to just get out of the way and not make a play on ball. You know, so aware of where everybody was behind him.
He really did know where all of his fielders were positioned, and he made a lot of great plays himself. Many Gold Gloves.
Of course, there's a lot of times when I say, and the best I ever saw at that, and the answer is Greg Maddux.
Yeah,
that's the guy who did this best, Greg Maddux.
McCutchen from Fort Meade, Florida. Played baseball, football, and ran track in high school. Bouncer into right field. Send 1 run home, and now maybe 2. Hunter Pence with a throw to the plate. That's a 2-run RBI single by McCutchen now. And the Pirates grab the lead 3-2 as McCutchen grounds one through the right side.
Well, and then we go back to the get the double play and clean up the inning or throw the man out at home argument. Had they, and again, I don't know if Miggy was in a position to get a double play on that ball. But that's the thinking behind that first and third strategy early in the game like this. Go ahead, concede the run, get the double play if it's available, if you can get the double play.
Armino scoring run number 3.
This McCutchen kid, and they've been talking about him in Pittsburgh for a couple of years. And you look at his numbers, what he was doing down in AAA, he had 8 triples already. He had tremendous speed. He got a little pop in his bat. He hit 4 home runs, hitting for a high average, and showing some pretty good plate discipline too.
Roger Morgan. Here's strike 1, fouls it away. Hit a fly ball to left in the first. But with Morgan and McCutchen side by side in the outfield, the Pirates have 2 speed merchants there. Cover the big left center field at PNC Park. One ball, 1 strike. Morgan is the 8th Pirate to bat here in the second inning. Well, curveball that time, which had been used sparingly, and it's 1-2. Boy threw some good curves in his last start. Masonette grabs the liner by Morgan. And the Pirates grab the lead, coming up with 3 runs, 4 hits. They leave a couple
Coming up later in our Dodge Grab Life feature, Darren Erstad tells us about his favorite TV show. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks, Bart. 3-2 ball game. The Pirates got 3 in the top of the inning here, giving Paul Maholm the lead now as he works to the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Jeff Keppinger trying to get things rolling for the Astros here as he leads off the home second. Take strike one. Jeff had 267 with 2 homers, has 6 runs batted in. He is 0 for his last 12. Inside for a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Jeff Blum started at third last night against the right-hander Jeff Karstens. Keppinger against the lefty Maholm. That's been the way Cecil Cooper's been playing it this year. It's 2-1 to Keppinger.
Maholm in that start against the Astros last weekend had great command of that outside corner to the right-handed hitters. Hasn't really displayed that yet tonight. Uses both sides of the plate. Real nice curveball, good changeup. He's had his issues on the road. 5.82 ERA this year, 1-1 in 6 starts, and lifetime 5.22 ERA outside of Pittsburgh.
In the hole at short, Jack Wilson snaps off a throw on one bounce, and he gets it.
He's
spectacular play.
Gas. Jumping Jack. Man, can he play. He made a couple plays last weekend, and it looked a lot like this. So quickly he gets from a position down on a knee up into a throwing position.
Popping up as he fields the ball and then stays up long enough to snap that throw and goes back down.
Boy, he's fun to watch play.
Edwin Masonette bangs a line drive to right field.
He's kind of fun too.
He's getting nice results. Started the night at 378. He's 9 for 14 against the Pirates this year.
He needs to be called up. Hey, there's the Wizard, the Oswalt the Wizard bobblehead. That's available next Thursday for the first 10,000 fans. That's a 105 game with the Cubs. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola and Food Town.
Andy LaRoche is in on the grass looking for an Oswalt bunt. Roy has 5 sacrifices this year. Pushes it foul, first base side, strike one.
He handles the bat pretty well. They come really hard for first base. I wouldn't mind seeing him pull it back and just try to slap it through the right side. He's already 1 out in the inning. So a successful sacrifice gives you 1 chance to drive that run in, and it's Michael up there swinging from the left side. He's been good against lefties this year, but it's, tough proposition. So this is a time where you might be willing to gamble and take the bunt off and let him swing away.
He's got the LaRoche brothers working against him tonight. He had Adam on third and Andy on first in the top of the inning. Now he has them both coming at him.
Tag team wrestling match in a group from Quebec or something. The LaRoche brothers, who will come on Tuesday. A couple lumberjacks out of the Laurentian Mountains.
No balls, 2 strikes. Those guys were great at promoting the upcoming matches. They go on the local radio station.
Come Tuesday night.
And I will break this man in half.
You're going to come in and you will not be able to get a bunt down.
No balls, 2 strikes. Roy wiping the perspiration from his brow as he steps back in with Michael Bourne in the on-deck circle. Breaking pitch, strike 3 for Maholm. Strikeout number 1 for him. 2 outs, and it's Michael Bourne, who's one of the league leaders with men in scoring position. Michael grounded out. First base to pitcher covering off the Astros first inning. Phillies and Dodgers have played 9.5. They're tied 2-2 in Los Angeles. Brad Lidge got a blown save, giving up a Rafael for Kyle Homer. Last of the 9th inning to tie it. Andre Ethier hit his 8th earlier for the Dodgers off starter Joe Blanton.
Brad Lidge, how many blown saves is that for Brad now? 4 or 5?
I think it's 5 maybe. Totally different year from what he had last year, that's for sure. There's strike 1 to Michael. He's had a pretty high ERA. But the Phillies began the night with a 3-game lead over the Mets atop the NL East. To shortstop, Wilson with the flip. Freddie Sanchez is there for the force play from 6-4 on Masonette. No runs, a hit, a man stranded. 3-2 Pirates after 2. And it's strike one as he leads off the 3rd inning. He grounded back to Roy Oswalt in the 1st as Roy had a 1-2-3 inning, but then allowed 3 runs on 4 hits in the 2nd. Sanchez swinging, falls behind, 0-2 in the count. Sanchez and Jack Wilson both hitting in the 360s against Roy for their careers. Foul back, and that remains the count at 0-2 with Adam LaRoche on deck, and Andy LaRoche due up 3rd in the inning against the Wizard, who's 2-2 with a 4.28 ERA. Roll to second, Edwin Masonette. 1 out. Bart.
Well, Bill, Fox Sports Houston joins the Astros and Action Foundation next Wednesday during the Cubs game by presenting 10 once-in-a-lifetime Astros experiences for auction during the game. Go to astros.com/community to find out more details on the bidding items. Proceeds from the auction will benefit Boys and Girls Clubs of Houston and the Astros Urban Academy. One of those items, golf outing with our very own Jim Deshaies and Jeff Backlow. And as I understand it, JD, you're going to also drive them home afterward from the course and fix them dinner, something along those lines?
Sure, why not?
Isn't that how it goes?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
There must be a deal here. He must be getting out of working that day.
Like I said, this is the first I heard of it the other night when we had the promo. But yeah, we could do that. Maybe even wash their cars.
Oh.
There you go.
You're getting very congenial now. 2 balls and a strike. Adam with a double to right field in the 2nd inning. And Roy takes a little walk. Astros are catching LaRoche at a time when he's hot. 10 hits in his last 24 at bats. 5 of those 10 hits had been doubles. Flips one out into shallow left field, and that is a hit. Takes the turn at first base. Keppinger runs it down, and Adam is 2 for 2 in this game.
Adam continues to wear out Astros pitching. That ball obviously not really well struck, but it seems like every time he puts wood on the ball against the Astros, it finds a hole somewhere.
Lance Berkman laughing about that one. Andy LaRoche rolled a single into right field in the 2nd. Now Adam was hitting .455 against Houston this season before this game. ball one. Tigers lead the Angels 2-1. They're in the bottom of the second at Detroit. Kelvin Escobar pitching for the Angels. Edwin Jackson for Detroit. Detroit will be headed this way for interleague play later on this month. Foul near the right field line. Hunter Pence, Edwin Masonette, Lance Berkman. Pence sliding. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count.
Leave a mark. See Hunter calling it, and he really had the only shot at it, and it's going to be close enough.
Question being, could he have caught the ball by not sliding? 1 ball, 2 strikes. Andy LaRoche. Of course, his outfielder is closing in on that wall. Wants to avoid a collision with the wall. That's the reason for the slide. Did have to come a long way. Moss is on deck. Smacked into left field. Single for Andy LaRoche. So the LaRoche boys continue to really work on Oswalt. They're both 2 for 2 in this game. Aboard for Brandon Moss.
A couple good looking hitters. And their dad was a pitcher. Go figure. Probably threw them a lot of BP.
Yeah.
Of course, Adam was an outstanding. I don't know about Andy, but Adam was an outstanding pitcher in high school too. And probably might have been able to make his way to the big leagues as a pitcher.
Moss hit the ground ball, and then Adam LaRoche was thrown out at the plate on that grounder to Tejada. There's strike 1. The Sports Illustrated story about that high school phenom in Las Vegas?
No, I saw the cover, another paragraph or two.
That's hit to left field, backing up. Carlos Lee plays it off the wall. And here's 1 run coming in, but Tejada's got a shot at him, and that throw was not caught by Rodriguez. So run number 4 comes home on the 1-bounce throw, kind of short hop pudge. Moss checking into second with the RBI, and that's his 14th of the year.
Adam LaRoche had no choice but to try to score because brother Andy was chasing him down. Carlos again plays this wall so well and gets it in a hurry. Miggy with the relay home. And looked like he was going to beat it anyway. No further advance with that ball skipping by. Moss was going to second on the throw, and Andy LaRoche safely in at third.
RBI double for Moss, his 10th double of the year, 14th run batted in. Now the infielders on the right side move in about halfway. Jaramillo walked and scored in the second. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Pirates. 4 runs on 7 hits. Jaramillo, as Pudge will go to the mound, took that one for ball 1. Things coming unraveled here for the Wizards.
Yeah, Roy, you talked about it earlier, how he was falling behind 1-0, and so many of the hitters that's obviously not like him, and just seems to be out of sorts out there tonight. Not able to hit his spots with his fastball, and not able to really establish much with his secondary pitches. We talked about this the other night, that there are nights when you go out there and you've got your best stuff and your command is good and it's easy, and there are other nights where you battle and you just hope to hang in there long enough till something clicks. And you just have to compete.
One hopper to Masonette. He had no play at the plate. Took the out on Jaramillo, who gets the RBI, number 13, and it's 5-2. The Pirates keep advancing runners, pecking away. Andy LaRoche scoring, and Moss taking third on the out.
Now, with 2 runners in scoring position, Coop didn't want to take the chance of pulling the infield in, where you're more likely to give up the base hit if you do 2-run score, so they keep the infield back, and that allows LaRoche to score from third on that soft liner.
Strike to Wilson. Wilson hit a fly ball to right in the second inning. Roy came into this with a 2.40 lifetime ERA against the Bucks. This is one of the best jobs they've done against him in early innings in recent years. 1-1 to Jack Wilson. Roy gave up 6 hits in 7 innings in his last start against Colorado. That's out into left center field to make it 6-2. Big turn, and here's a throw to second by Carlos Lee, but he made it. Jack Wilson hustles into a double, and he drives in his 19th of the year.
Well, after getting beat 9-1, the Pirates playing this one like they got a chip on their shoulder, having good at bats, hustling, taking the extra base. Bit of a risky proposition with the pitcher on deck because you don't want to make the last out and have the pitcher leading off the next inning. But Wilson busts hard out of the box and was able to get into scoring position. Of course, plan B there would have been to just go ahead and walk Wilson and go after Mahalam.
Mahalam with strike 1 on him. That was the 10th double for Wilson this year. 4th hit of the inning, after getting 4 hits in the second inning as well. Curveball makes it 0-2. Mahalam. And in the dirt, he swings and misses, striking out. In the third inning, the Pirates put together another 3 spot. On 4 hits, they leave a man. It's 6-2 Pittsburgh. Aflac, by your Texas Ford dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. Brady Matthews has a birthday today. Happy 8th birthday to Brady. He's on the right. He's out there with John Kelly.
That right? Or that right?
That right.
That little guy. The guy that's hiding.
Apparently J.K. has decided to bring him out to the ball game tonight. Miguel Tejada leads it off and takes strike 1.
Got to get him a W then on his 8th birthday. My goodness.
That's only fair. Tejada singled to center, rode home on the 2-run long ball by Hunter Pence in the first inning. At that point, it was 2-0 Astros. Mahalam upstairs with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now Mahalam has been handed a lot of early run support in this 6-2 game, after losing his last start to Mike Hampton 2-1. It's quite different on the scoreboard for Mahalam. He's had a rough time in this ballpark in his career. He's 1-3 here with an ERA of 8.70. 2 balls, 1 strike to Miggy. only is he leading the league in hits, but in doubles with 20 this year. Chop the shortstop. Jack Wilson in. 1 out. Mulholland gave up that blast by Pence, then a double by Lee, but since then it's settled down. Now Hunter, as he bats for the second time, has 6 career hits against Mulholland. Hunter came into this game a .238 career hitter against the Pirates. Mulholland was the Pirates' opening day starter. Ball 1. Ian Snell goes for them tomorrow against Felipe Paulino in a 105 start here. That game will be on My 20 tomorrow afternoon. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Monday's an off day. Cubs are in Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday afternoon.
And the Astros go out on a long road trip, 3-city trip to Phoenix, and then up to play the Rangers, and then on to Minnesota. Hunter Pence's first at bat, first pitch he saw this evening, dinged it off that 1999 championship pennant out there.
Three and one.
All right, here we go again. Now he's worked himself into a favorable count. Mulholland's got a 4-run lead. Situation dictates that he challenge. Oh, the fact that the guy hit one to the moon his last at bat may tell him otherwise. Keep it off the outside edge a little bit.
3 and 2. Yeah, those moon shots will make an impact.
Yeah, he kind of, the guy hits one that far off. He jumps on the first pitch he sees. It tends to affect your thinking next time, regardless of what the score is.
Mulholland has not won since April 22nd against Florida. He won 3 consecutive starts. That's hit well to right center field. A long drive to right center, and that is off the wall. Watch a triple by Hunter Pence without a throw to third base. That's his 4th triple of the year, and he has an excellent start toward a cycle. Homer and a triple in his first 2 at bats.
Well, if the scouts were scribbling earlier, they're really scribbling now. You see, he took a first pitch fastball, hit it 400 plus for a home run, took a 3-2 changeup, almost went yard about 390 the other way out into right center field, just barely misses his second home run. Big strides. He probably would have finished in the top 3 at the Belmont today.
Carlos Lee nubs one. Pence is coming home. Mulholland makes a throw to first. And it's run number 3 as Hunter Pence steps on the plate. Lee is thrown out from 1 to 3. He gets his 36th run batted in.
Pretty cheap RBI there for Carlos. He'll take it. Slow roller. Pence gets a good jump. Early in the ball game, you got to take advantage of these situations, and that time, Astros just fortunate. Sometimes the key is not hitting it too hard.
Well, he hit it about 30 feet, picked up the RBI. After belting the grand slam last night, he's getting his runs batted in different fashions.
And, and it's, when you go back and you look at your scorebook and you think about situations, hey, Carlos did a good job. He got that runner in from third. A little slow roller back to the mound.
Well, he made contact, but Hunter Pence did read that ball very, very well. Made that split-second decision to come home hard. Foul ball by Lance. Strike 1. Runner. Hunter, as a runner, has made an impact on this inning with the triple and then scoring on that little roller to make it a 3-run lead. Out to shortstop, Jack Wilson. And Mulholland gives up a run on a hit in the 3rd inning. Pirates lead at 6-3 after 3. Number 34 retired there atop Minute Maid Park. Halflack wants to know who caught Nolan Ryan's 6th no-hitter. We'll give you a moment to work on that one as McCutchen leads it off. Showing butt.
I'm going to guess that he's in the ballpark, but that's all I'm going to say.
Let's guess visiting team. See Pudge receiving, strike one there from Roy. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen drove in a pair with a single to right field in the 2nd inning. And now it's 2-1 to McCutchen, an exciting young player with tons of speed. He's refined some elements of his game at AAA Indianapolis this season. Fouls it away, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. McCutchen had a good year at Indy last year, but he was picked off a lot. This year he smoothed out the running game. He was hitting .303 at Indy, had 10 steals in 49 games. Now it's 3-2. 10 doubles and 8 triples, 4 homers, 20 runs batted in. He led the International League in runs scored with 41 when he was promoted on Thursday. Caught an early morning flight. His family flew in from Florida to see that debut against the Mets. Fly ball left field. Carlos Lee tracking it over toward the corner. 1 out for Oswald. Roy has thrown 71 pitches so far. Roy's gone at least 5 innings in all of his starts except that rain-shortened start in Atlanta back in early May. Nigel Morgan 0 for 2. Line to left and line to second. Throwing bunt. And that can strike 1. Adam Dunn hit a 2-run shot off John Maine of the Mets. That's his 17th. Elijah Dukes added number 5 off Maine. Nationals lead the Mets 4-0. Masonette. 2 outs.
Anytime an Astro player hits one of the Chick-fil-A foul poles, fans from that game can take their ticket stub to any greater Houston area Chick-fil-A for a free Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. Talking with Hunter Pence about that today. It's been a while since somebody dinged those poles.
Is he shooting for that?
Well, the way he's going tonight, why not? He probably could call his shot.
What a start. Homer and a triple. Strike to Sanchez. Well, that cycle is one of the exciting things in baseball. Sanchez has grounded out twice. Foul back, and it's 0-2. Milwaukee nothing, Atlanta nothing. They've played 3 in Atlanta. Javier Vasquez pitching for the Braves tonight. They'll have Tommy Hanson going tomorrow in his major league debut. It's very good numbers at AAA.
See where John Sherholtz came out and issued a public apology to Tom Glavine for the way his release was handled over in Atlanta.
Really?
It was a classy move by John. Yeah, he just said he wasn't comfortable. He tossed and turned all night. Just wasn't comfortable the way it went down when they parted ways with Tom Glavine. So important to that franchise. Such a good pitcher and such a solid citizen there. You can argue that an organization doesn't owe the player anything beyond, hey, if you're capable and we feel like you're up for it, we're going to pay you to do the job. But Sherholtz just felt like it was handled a little clumsily.
Fly ball on the curve. Carlos Lee is digging hard toward the line and sliding and backhanding it for the out. Good catch by Lee to make it a 1-2-3-4 for Roy Oswald.
John Russell played in the big leagues from 1984 through 1993, not full time, mostly a backup catcher in his career. 1990 through 93 with the Rangers.
Former Ranger Pudge Rodriguez grounded back to Paul Maholm to win the Astros' first inning. They scored twice, but now they trail 6-3. Maholm sinks it for ball one. Maholm, after that 3-0 start, has had a hard time coordinating his best games with run support. Pitched 7 shutout innings against Colorado and got a no decision on the 15th of May. It's 2-0. Got a no decision the next start at Washington. 6 innings, 1 run. He got shelled at Chicago, but last time out he lost 2-1. Pudge looks at ball 3 and the count is 3-0.
Well, Pudge usually very aggressive, but down 3 runs here, you're going to take one for sure on 3-0. We need traffic.
3-1. You know, Maholm has a very high career ERA here. He's 1-3. The last time he pitched here last July, pitched to beauty. 8 innings, 1 run. And he won it 8-2. Now a full count to Pudge Rodriguez. Maholm was the 8th player drafted in the 03 draft. Last year, Paul 9-9 despite a 3.71 ERA for the Buccos. Adam LaRoche takes care of out number 1 unassisted. Jeff Keppinger will be next. Maholm worked 206 innings last year. The Jack in the Box standings feature the teams that handle left-handed pitching the best in the National League. Mets are hitting .309, the Astros .299, Dodgers, Braves, and Rockies. But the Astros record against lefties is 5-5. Jeff Keppinger was robbed by Jack Wilson. Very slick play in which he left his feet, regained his feet for about a quarter of a second, left his feet again, threw him out. Ball 1. And it's 2-0. This division is packed. 6 teams packed within 7 games of each other in the NL Central. Lance Berkman said in one article today that he can't remember in the last 10 years the teams being so close together from top to bottom of the division. McCutchen turning back to right center. Gets there easily. 2 outs. He is a flyer.
Yeah, like a lot of speedies. Well, all center fielders are speedy, but some guys have an extra gear. He appears to be one of those guys, and he likes to play very shallow.
This is the second time Maholm has faced Oswalt in his career. Back in April of '06, he lost to Roy here 7-2. Masonette spins out of there, and there's ball 1. Masonette single to right field in the second inning. And Maholm gave up 4 in the first in that game against Roy in '06 here. He's had some rough innings at Minute Maid Park. 1-1 with Oswalt on deck. It's fouled away. The Pirates have a 41-68 record against the NL Central. Last year and this year, .376 winning percentage. And this year that has continued. They are 9-20. Divisional play. Jack Wilson gets the 1 hopper. Turns it into the 3rd out. And after 4, it's 6-3 Buccos. Houston Astros baseball on Fox Sports Houston is brought to you by AT&T, by Dodge, and by Southwest Airlines. Beautiful clear night outside. Inside it is Adam LaRoche, who's 2 for 2, working to Roy Oswalt, who throws ball 1 low. Roy had a 1-2-3-4 thanks to a sliding catch by Carlos Lee. But LaRoche has a double and a single and has scored a run against him. It's at the knees for strike 1, making the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam now 29. Came up through the Braves system. They drafted him in 2000. Traded him to the Pirates in 07. Bangs a line drive to center. It's caught by Michael Bourne. Let's go to Bart.
Well, Brownie, time for our progressive fan of the game. Actually, today it's co-fans of the game. We've got a couple of coaches here from Woodland Christian Academy, and I want to start with football coach Jerry Bradshaw. You guys, first year of 11-man football, and you won district, I understand.
Yeah, Bart, we had a great year. We're very blessed at the Woodlands Christian Academy. We had 6-man football. We had 11-man football, moved to Division 4 of TAPS, District 4, and boy, we just had a fun year with our kids.
And sitting to my immediate left, Clint McDonald, the head baseball coach at Woodlands Christian Academy, who they made it all the way to the state tournament, finished second.
Yes, sir. We finished second. Very fortunate that we have been there 5 years in a row, and God has definitely blessed us with being able to do that. So real proud of our guys and Coach Bradshaw here. So.
And these two guys are each other's assistant during their respective seasons, so they obviously get along very well. They are also our progressive co-fans of the game. Couple of T-shirts in here for you guys. Congratulations on a great year. Can't have too many champions in the stadium, Brownie.
Yeah, they're men for all seasons, helping each other with their sports. Thank you, Bart. Andy LaRoche popped up to Edwin Mason at 2 outs now, and Roy has retired 6 in a row after the RBI double by Jack Wilson in the 3rd. Brandon Moss had the RBI double in the 3rd inning himself. He has scored twice, going 1 for 2. Moss came up with the Red Sox. He's 25. Fastball good for strike 1. He's from Monroe, Georgia. Moss rips a line drive caught by Berkman. And that is 7 straight outs for the Wizard with some help from his glove men. 6-3 Pirates. Anderson Cancer Center in 1974 on June 6th. Lee May hits the first Fulmer in team history, a promotion in which Dome patrons get free beer for the rest of the night if an Astro belts one out on an even numbered minute. May hits a second shot for good measure, and Larry Durker tosses a 3-hitter in a 4-0 whitewash of the Expos. Roy Oswald at the plate, bottom of the 5th inning. Paul Maholm deals his second pitch of the sequence.
Bring back the foamer.
Yeah. That led to some good happenings. 1 ball, 1 strike. Roy was caught looking first time up. And now it's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Maholm has retired 5 in a row, has a 6-3 lead. Roy has given up 6 runs on 8 hits and stays in the ball game to bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes with Bourne and Tejada to follow here in the Astros 5th.
And Roy has turned things around, posted zeros in the last 2 innings, so Cooper wants to give him a chance to hang in there and see if his mates can rally behind him. Didn't the hitters back in the day, they would step out and time that? There was a light that would come on to let everybody know that the foamer was active. If the hitter then went deep, everybody get free beer, so the hitters would step out and knock the dirt off their spikes and try to win beer for everybody in the dome. It's kind of fun.
They could win a lot of fans for themselves. Michael Bourne is 0 for 2. Andy LaRoche on the grass, showing bunt anyway, and takes strike 1 on a breaking pitch. Michael has 5 bunt hits.
Fan won $25,000 here last night on Carlos Lee's grand slam.
That's right. Foul 0-2. Dodgers got a run in the 12th. Beat the Phillies 3-2. Andre Ethier homer, his 2nd of the game and 9th of the year. Came off J.D. Durbin. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Corey Wade was the winner. It's Chad Durbin. Not J.D. Durbin. Tap foul.
So that's the 6th save that Brad Lidge has blown this year.
Okay.
Brad's ERA 7.27 now. So sooner or later, Charlie Manuel is going to have to shake things up over there. I would imagine they're first place club. They're 10 games above 500, so he's got a little wiggle room.
Bourne strikes out. Maholm gets his 3rd. Our Texas Ford dealers, league leaders, show you the best hitters at home in the National League. Brad Hawks, #1 at 443 in Colorado. Albert Pujols is hitting 382 in St. Louis. Pablo Sandoval, 376. AT&T in San Francisco. Hunter Pence, 373 here. Miguel Tejada, 371 here. Tejada's 1 for 2 in this game, and now line drive past the lunging Morgan, and that is extra bases for Tejada. The league leader in doubles gets his 21st. Morgan gave it a good shot, but Tejada really smacked that one right on the nose.
And now Paul Maholm will have to contend with Hunter Pence, who has blistered the ball twice tonight. A long home run and then a bid for a 2nd home run that came up just short, and Hunter had to settle for a triple, but a 2-out opportunity to draw 1 closer here. Paul really carried and stayed on that line a long time. I thought Morgan was going to be able to make a play on it.
Tejada had his 25th multi-hit game with that hit there. Leads the major leagues. And now he's on for Pence. Pence with a 2-run homer and a triple. Good start toward the cycle. 2 outs here. Wouldn't be a bad idea to come up with a single here. Carlos Lee is on deck. Could be one of those rare 2-out explosions. Astros have 6 hits, 3 runs. Maholm delivers ball 1.
Yeah, well, he whacked a fastball first time up for the home run, then a 3-2 changeup to deep right center for the triple.
I see where you're going. Has anybody ever hit for the cycle on 4 different pitches? Who would know that?
Somebody somewhere.
You know it. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Of course, the likelihood that a hitter would achieve the cycle all off the same pitcher is pretty rare.
Very rare.
Hard to get four at-bats off a pitcher in a game nowadays.
1 ball, 2 strikes. This is a weird game with Oswalt giving up 6 runs, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, staying in the bat here in the 5th inning. And Mahalam now has given up 3 runs on 6 hits. So it's kind of a flashback to about 80 years ago. Starting pitchers just stayed in the game.
Yeah, Mahalam 1 out away from qualifying for a win, and sometimes that's the toughest inning to pitch, that 5th, when you've got a comfortable lead.
He's thrown 67 pitches, 43 of which have been strikes. With men on base, when Mahalam's on the mound, the hitters are hitting .304 against him. Inside, and it's a full count. Pence and Tejada have combined for 147 hits this year. Good combination in the 2-3 spots in the lineup in recent games. Carlos Lee on deck.
How did he hit that thing?
That was veering down toward his back foot. Somehow got the bat through quickly to foul it, and number 44 is on TV now. Tampa Bay beat the Yankees 9-7 today.
Mahalam made the pitch he wanted to make. He threw him a little sinker down and away. Just swirled it.
Sometimes that is a mark of a very good hitter. Being able to get a little bit of the bat and a little bit of the baseball, keep yourself alive, hope for a mistake on the next pitch. Spins that one foul. Still 3-2 as the battle continues here. Hunter's been having a lot deeper counts this season than he has in the past. Mariano Rivera took the loss today for the Yankees as Tampa Bay won at 9-7.
Putting up a good fight here. Mahalam with a series of breaking pitches and that one little sinker or changeup, whatever it was, down and away that he got a piece of.
We'll be seeing its 10th pitch of this sequence next. And he draws a walk. Outstanding work by Hunter Pence. That's the first walk of the night for Mahalam.
You know, we talk a lot about hitters being in swing mode when they're swinging and fouling off all those pitches. As a pitcher, you feel like, all right, they're covering, they're hacking at everything. And here's Carlos Lee last night hitting the big grand slam. But the difference between Hunter Pence in the last couple of years and this year is the ability to draw the walk in that at bat. That was just really impressive because more times than not, once you got a hitter swinging like that, he's going to go after that changeup down below the knees.
Yep. Fouling off several pitches. Laid off. He took the walk. Now he gets lead of the plate. The potential tying run. Mahalam struggling. 6 hits, 3 runs allowed in 4 2/3 innings. Well, Hunter's hit 2 long balls this homestand. Astros getting some good deliveries from their power hitters, and Carlos went deep last night. He has a double and an RBI on a little ground ball near the third base line tonight. Now a chance to really have an impact with a 2-out hit, 2 men on. Lance Berkman on deck. Mahalam gets strike 1 call. Lee coming into this game was hitting 154 against the lefty. Tejada and Pence are ready to move. Bouncer into left field. Tejada's coming home. It's 6-4. RBI single. Carlos leads. That's his 37th run batted in. Lee, the club leader. It's getting more and more interesting here. This has the makings of a wild one at Minute Maid Park.
Started strikeout, strikeout, 2 outs, nobody on in the inning, and then the Tejada double before the Pence walk, and now this base hit by Lee. And here comes the Puma.
Puma twice has grounded a shortstop in this game. He is 3 for 22 now against Mahalam. But Rodriguez on deck. Lance is hitting .235 as a right-handed batter in 51 at-bats. And lead the base runners. And it is strike one.
No.
Lance didn't think so. Joey Relford said he swung the bat.
Well, looked closer to a swing there than it did the first look we had at it.
Broken bat fly ball. Nigel Morgan waiting. And in the fifth, the Astros pick up a run on 2 hits. They leave 2. After 5, it's 6-4 Pirates. Favorite TV show?
King of Queens. Kevin James is pretty funny, and I don't know, I've watched quite a few episodes, put it that way.
Jason Jaramillo leads it off and looks at ball one. Roy Oswalt in this 6-4 game has retired 7 straight Pirates. Jaramillo had an RBI on a grounder. He's walked and scored. Takes a strike there, and it's 1-1 with a Pirate pitcher Mahalam due up third. Nobody warming up in their bullpen. And same can be said. No action in the Astros bullpen. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, well, I think maybe what's driving that is the fact that we're still in the middle innings of this game. It's a 2-run game. Cecil Cooper feels comfortable with Roy Oswalt out there because he's Roy Oswalt. He needs to get him going. He's coming off a very good start, so he wants to keep him in there as long as possible, give him a chance to get on the right side of this decision. And likewise, I think the trust factor for Russell and Mahalam is pretty high right now.
2-2. Rockies lead the Cardinals 4-0 in the middle of the 5th at St. Louis behind Aaron Cook. Todd Wellemeyer got the start for the Redbirds. Ian Stewart hit a 3-run shot. a home run off him, his 10th of the year for Stewart.
3 or 4 off the Astros. Stewart with 10 home runs now, and I believe 23 hits total. An all-or-nothing guy.
Yeah. Foul back. Still 3-2 to Jaramillo. Our catcher's doing a nice job, but they do miss Ryan Domit. Expected back in July with a right wrist injury. He had surgery. Line to right field. Hunter Pence back on this when it's over his head. Off the wall. Kicks on the warning track. Jaramillo running hard to second base. He's in with a double. His 9th of the year.
Good looking swing there. He picked on that high fastball. Great looking swing. A leadoff double for the Pirates, and we made the case for why Roy is still in this game. But with that swing of the bat, I suspect they'll start to get somebody loosened up down there.
Jack Wilson has the runner at second, and Jaramillo, he has an RBI double in 2 trips. White Sox down Cleveland in Chicago 4-2 behind Gavin Floyd. Strike one to beat Jeremy Sowers. Josh Fields hitting his 3rd home run. Bobby Jenks got save number 13. Seattle got a run in the 8th and down Minnesota 2-1 in Seattle. Chris Jakubowskis won that one over Sean Henn. David Archman got his 9th save. 1-1. David Archman from Rice. Did we get a Rice final from today?
I don't know. I mean, I don't have one.
All right. We'll check.
They're done. Rice is done.
Okay. Flair to shallow right. Masonette calling in front of Pence.
LSU beat him 5-3.
Paul Mahalem and an RBI single in the 2nd inning. The ball deflected by Roy Oswalt towards second base. And then he struck out in the 3rd. Pirates put back-to-back 3-run innings together in the 2nd and 3rd. They had 4 hits in each of those innings. There's strike one. Roy has had 3 1-2-3 innings. It's been kind of a weird pattern for the Astros veteran right-hander. Tim Burdock is warming up for Houston. No balls, 2 strikes. It's 1-2. Cincinnati got 3 in the 1st and leads the Cubs 3-1. Bottom of the 5th inning in Cincinnati. Juan Hernandez hit his 4th. Strikeout number 2. Now McCutchen as Burdock warms up. McCutchen had the 2-run single in the 2nd. He's 1 for 3.
Roy due up 4th in the bottom half of the inning. He's at 100 pitches now, so it's likely going to be it for him here the 6th inning.
Strike to McCutchen. Roy gave up 6 earned runs in 6 innings at St. Louis in his 2nd start of the year. It's the only other time this season he's surrendered as many as he's given up tonight. Outside the right field line, Hunter Pence runs out of room. No balls, 2 strikes. It's up in Hunter's Lodge. Cubs are playing at Cincinnati, and they are 2 games over 500 this year. They have Ryan Dempster on the mound. Good play there by Pudge Rodriguez. Made that play like a shortstop. He was Jack Wilson-esque.
Quick feet.
Well, let's see. Dempster's going tonight, so he should be pitching here in the series next week. Curveball dazzles McCutchen, strikes him out. That's number 3 for Roy. No runs a hit, and a man left. Middle of the 6th inning. 6-4 Pirates. It's the Coors Light 6th inning. Let's check out the freeze cam. Frost brewed Coors Light freeze cam. Show you Hunter Pence's eyes as he rips that 2-run homer in the first inning. Cuts it right off the 99 flag almost.
He's got Betty Davis eyes.
Yeah. And he has hit 6 of his 7 homers at Minute Maid Park this season. The only one on the road was at Pittsburgh back in mid-April.
See it, center it, and smoke it.
Ball 1 to Pudge. Pudge is 0 for 2. Grounded out twice. Keppinger on deck. Masonette due up third. Then the pitcher spot would come up. Burdack in the bullpen. Second.
You know, the eyes are a big part of it. We talk so much about bat speed and balance and all the other attributes of a good hitter. Obviously, the eyes are an important part of it. David Ortiz is going to have his eyes checked. Apparently, it feels like that may be part of his issue.
Could be.
Stories are legendary about how good Ted Williams' vision was. Rogers Hornsby wouldn't go to the movies or read books for fear of hurting his eyes.
Try that today. Jeff Keppinger's 0 for 2. Jack Wilson made a brilliant play on him in the second. There's strike one. Can you imagine a kid not going to the movies today? Protect his eyes.
Yeah, no kidding. I'd like. How about telling your teacher you can't read the book because I got a game this afternoon. I'll just be closing my eyes here and won't be paying attention.
1 ball, 1 strike to Keppinger. From Masonette waiting next. That's a hit through the left side for Keppinger. He was 0 for 14 and now has turned it around. Very hot earlier this year. What's on tap with the Astros brought to you by Bud Light, showing you tomorrow's starters. It's a day game at 1 o'clock for Ian Snell and Felipe Paulino. A pair of 1-game winners. A 5.64 ERA for Snell, 6.21 for Paulino, who threw the ball well in his last start. 1 o'clock tomorrow on My 20. Jason Michaels is in the on-deck circle. Edwin Masonette trying to keep the rally going. He's 1 for 2. Single to right field. Holland is in the breaking pitch, and it's strike 1. 9 hits for the Pirates, 8 for the Astros, 6-4 in the 6th inning. Still nobody warming up in the Pittsburgh bullpen.
We talked earlier about how shallow Andrew McCutchen plays in center, and he's tight again, but Brandon Moss really short out in right field.
It's 0-2 to Masonette. Yes, he is.
Masonette dropped that base hit in front of Moss And back in the second inning, so Brandon going to take that option away. You're going to have to hit the ball through that hole on the ground on the line, or he's going to have to drive it over Moss's head if he's going to go to right. And he's more likely to do that. Down 2 strikes in the count.
Holland misses, and the count runs to 1-2. Pirates starting pitchers have won 17 games. They've lost 20. Strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Mahalam. Now it'll be Jason Michaels, a former Pirate.
A nice execution there by Mahalam. He went 2-strike changeup down and away, and it gets Edwin looking out over that outside edge and throws that cut fastball right over the inside corner.
Michaels at 167 has no homers, 2 runs batted in, made 5 starts this season in center field. As a pinch hitter, J. Mike 3 for 23. Get foul for strike 1. Roy Oswald in 6 innings allowed 9 hits, 6 runs. He had 1 walk and he struck out 3. Jason Michaels cranks one and gets Roy off the hook.
That would be good.
Astros still looking for their first pinch homer of the year. That's a strike, and it's 0-2 to Jason Michaels. Reaches out and fouls it. Jason started last Sunday in the 2-1 win. Mike Hampton beating Mahalam in Pittsburgh. And Jason in that game hit 4 fly balls, hit them all pretty deep in the Pittsburgh ballpark. Couldn't find a hole. So he's had that recent game against Mahalam. Inside 1-2. Jason's 1 for 6 against Mahalam in his career. Washington is pouring it on the Mets 7-0 in the bottom of the 7th inning. Nick Johnson.
They're going to be really embarrassed. Beat by the Nationals.
Yeah. John Lannon on the mound. Fly ball. McCutcheon's way. And in the 6th inning, no runs, a hit, man stranded. Pirates lead 6-4 through 6. to you by the MD Anderson Cancer Center, by Steel, and by Reliant Energy. Pirates 6, Astros 4. Houston led 2-0 after 1. Then Pittsburgh went on top 6-2. The Astros got runs in the 3rd and 5th. Now they turn to Tim Burdack for the 7th inning.
Birdman picked up the win, his only win of the year on Wednesday against the Colorado Rockies. He's 1-1 now with 3.15 ERA, just a 194 batting average against. The funny thing is, lefties are hitting 297 against him. Righties just 086.
That was backwards from what a lot of expectations would be for a lefty reliever. Nyjer Morgan is 0 for 3.
Get a couple chances to bring that down here with Morgan. And then Adam LaRoche, the lefty swinger, also scheduled up in this inning.
Showing bunt. There's ball 1 to Morgan. Keppinger had moved in on the grass at third base. Burdack in that win Wednesday night against Colorado worked an efficient inning. Also worked in the Tuesday night game. 1 hitless inning there against the Rockies. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's had 3 straight scoreless outings.
Yeah, he's been on a pretty good roll of late.
He took a loss in Cincinnati May 26, but before that he had 3 good outings in a row. Such is the fate of the left-handed reliever sometimes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And some of these left-handed hitters recently have gotten broken bad hits off him, so the numbers would indicate he has really struggled against them. Not against Morgan. Sharp breaking ball, strikeout.
Yeah, at times he's made mistakes with that breaking ball, left it in the zone, went ahead in the count. That time, good sharp slider breaking out of the zone.
You mentioned right-handed hitters. Sanchez being one of those, 0 for 3 in this game. Right-handed hitters 3 for 35 against Burdack for 086. That's second best in the majors against right-handers. Horns in right center. Sanchez cranks the ball there quite often. 1 ball, 1 strike. Freddie uses all fields. He just pumps out the hits. He has 67 base hits this year. Adam LaRoche on deck. Sanchez hits one toward Hunter Pence in right. 2 outs for Burdack.
Check out the all-new Hunter's Lodge ticket package. It's presented by Gallery Furniture. For just $30, you get a ticket in Hunter's Lodge, located near right field. You'll get a one-of-a-kind Hunter Pence T-shirt with a new design coming each month. Plus, you'll be entered into a monthly drawing for an Astros gift. This package is available for every Astros home game. For more information, visit Astros.com.
Adam LaRoche is 2 for 3. He takes strike 1. The paid attendance tonight is 26,099. It's Boston 6, Texas nothing. They're in the bottom of the 6th at Fenway. Mike Lowell hit his 9th. Big Poppy number 2.
Yeah, he must have fixed his eyes.
1 ball, 1 strike. Incidentally, our best wishes to Rangers radio broadcaster Eric Nadel, who was sidelined with some eye problems back in Arlington, Texas. Fly back from New York, had some surgery. And hopefully we'll see him in another week or so. Well, let's see, it'll be longer than that. 2 balls and a strike. He'll be in Arizona next weekend.
Yeah, beginning of the following week.
Yeah.
Subdued crowd here this evening.
Yes.
Mellow. They must have all had Mind That Bird in the Belmont.
Steven Jackson's warming up for the Buccos. What happened to Mind That Bird? Mine was making a run.
Yeah, and then some other bird came up to win. Some 11-1 long shot, Summerbird or something to that effect.
Battle of the Birds today. Steven Jackson, a newcomer from the Yankees, coming up in the pen. LaRoche, 3-2 in the count. So the Pirates apparently ready to try a new setup man, and Jackson at least a 7th inning setup man. Andy LaRoche on deck. And he will bat now after the 2-out walk to his brother. Second walk of the night. Astros pitchers. Andy's 2 for 3. 2 singles, 2 runs scored. Detroit clings to a 2-1 lead over the Angels in Detroit. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Giants have tied Florida 2-2 with 2 in the top of the 5th, and they're still batting. Cerdak falls behind 1-0 on Andy LaRoche. Baltimore and Oakland have a later start. Kansas City down Toronto 6-2. Luke Hochhaver won that one for Scott Richmond. 1 ball and 1 strike. Former Astro Raul Chavez hit his first home run of the season for the Blue Jays.
Way to go, Chamo.
Yeah. Martin hit number 7 for the winning Royals there. It's 2-1. Milwaukee 2, Atlanta nothing. Bottom of the 6th inning in Atlanta. Prince Fielder belted number 14 for the Brewers, who have Jeff Suppan on the mound. And the Braves thought that Tommy Hanson would put them in a better situation than Tommy Glavine. Runner going, swing and a miss. The throw is there early for the tag. No, the ball got away from Masonette. And Andy LaRoche looked at the pitch while Adam LaRoche was safe at second base. See if there's an error charge.
Handicap that one. Adam LaRoche stealing a base with Pudge Rodriguez catching and a lefty on the mound. He goes on first move. The throw is there, and Masonette, as he applied the tag, just not able to secure the ball.
Well, popped out of his webbing there. Otherwise, they had him. Now 2-2 to Andy LaRoche. Now full count. The official scorer can, if he so chooses, rule an error there on the second baseman. It's a stolen base, though. That's the first of the year for Adam LaRoche. He didn't really have that ball very long before he tagged him, so that's a steal. And now another walk, first and second for Moss with 2 outs. That was the first Pirates steal against the Astros this year as well. Pirates have stolen 30 bases this year. They do not do a whole lot of running, but that could change with McCutchen in the lineup in front of Morgan now. Moss with the RBI double to left in the 3rd is 1 for 3. Also lined out to Berkman in the 5th inning. Harry Hill's the first base coach. He's from Lantana, Texas. Strike to Moss. The Astros are 50-20 against Pittsburgh here at Minute Maid Park. 0-2. Burdack can get Moss. The Astros go to the bottom of the 7th, trailing by 2 with the top of the order due up.
And Tim Stuff is good here tonight. He's got good life on the fastball, good action on the slider. His command is not particularly sharp. It's been an issue that has plagued him throughout his career.
And then back, he's warming up.
Nice.
1-2. Sampson's been a hot hand. He's not allowed to run in his 13 career appearances against the Pirates, covering 22 innings. Foul away, still a 1-ball, 2-strike count on Moss.
They went fastball away. Now the sweeping slider that he reached out to just get a piece of. And this is a situation where Pudge probably feels like they have him set up inside, but again, you got to be comfortable that the pitcher's going to be able to make the pitch you're asking for. And Tim goes to the outside part of the plate against the lefty, typically better than he does with the inside part.
Gets a tapper to Berkman at first. For out number 3. No runs, no hits. 2 men stranded. 7th inning stretch time. Finds the Pirates up 6-4.
Now for the Texas Ford Dealers game summary, you see the Pirates lead the Astros 6-4. The LaRoche brothers are getting it done, both 2 out of 3. Hunter Pence with a big night, 2-run homer, triple and a walk. The Astros looking to come from behind, get Roy Oswalt off the hook, and keep that good vibe going, having won 6 on their last 8 ball games.
Ball 1 from Mahalam to Bourne. Michael is 0 for 3. Grounds that one foul. And it's 1-1. Mahalam has thrown 92 pitches. 61 have been strikes. Stephen Jackson's had plenty of time to get loose in the Pirate bullpen. Mahalam shooting for win number 4. And it has been weeks since he got number 3. Brings that one in for a strike, and it's 1-2. His last win, April 22nd against Florida. Had 5 no decisions and 2 losses since then. Backhanded Sanchez. 1 out. Pirates are riding those back-to-back 3-run innings in the 2nd and 3rd. Firestone in-game box score. We'll show you the Astros hitters. 2 hits for Tejada in this game. 2 for Pence. 2 for Lee. Single hits for Clevenger and Masonette. Tejada with a single and a double has scored 2 of the Astros' 4 runs.
It would be interesting to see if Miggy can reach here, whether John Russell would allow Mahalam to pitch to Pence one more time. My guess is he would not.
Yeah. Tejada misses that bunt try. Strike 1. Trying to get on for Pence. He drilled a 2-run homer in the 1st and hit a triple in the 3rd. He also has walked. Mahalam could negotiate his way through this minefield with Tejada hitting .371 at home and Pence .373 at home. He certainly will have earned win number 4. That's to be determined later. Missing there, and it's 2-1.
Watching BP this afternoon, and when the hitters take BP, they take it in groups, usually of 4 guys, and the hitting group, the A group, if you will, for the Astros is typically Tejada, Pudge, Carlos Lee, and Lance Berkman.
Moss is coming in near the line.
And I got thinking, is there another hitting group in all of baseball with that many hits, that many home runs? That's some pretty lofty resumes there.
Sure is. Mulholland has the first 2. Now it's Hunter Pence. Carlos Lee on deck. Pence, 2-run homer, triple walk.
Now he's not going to let him pitch to Pence even with nobody on base.
We'll go to Steven Jackson. Number 9 will be facing a right-handed reliever instead of lefty Mulholland, who comes out after 6 2/3 innings. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
He's not coming out of this game.
And yeah, I think if Tejada reached, I think that's a move you have to make. You can't afford to let Pence represent the tying run with the day he's had against Mulholland and having his 4th look at him. But with a 2-run lead, Russell out there just for a little. You got a plan? You feel like you can compete against this guy? You got something you can get him out with? Yeah, I'll throw him the old up shoot, and then I'll throw him the ephus ball, and after I'll throw him a little spitter.
Well, that's ball 1. It's going to be interesting to see that he has convinced his manager that he's the man to face Hunter. Hasn't gotten him out tonight. Now back for a 1-1 count on Hunter. Mulholland, if he does get this 3rd out here in the 7th inning, will help his manager by allowing him to pinch hit for the pitcher, due up 3rd in the 8th.
John Russell might have had a little concern over the location of that last pitch. It was right there for Hunter.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Pirates were 67 and 95 last year. On the road, they were 28 and 53. The starting pitchers won only 33 games all year last year. Fly ball to center, McCutcheon. Mulholland convinced his manager and then followed through by getting Pence to protect the 6-4 lead through 7th. And 4 after 7, our Chivas Regal replay will take you back to the 4th inning and show you Astros left fielder Carlos Lee coming in on a Freddy Sanchez fly ball. Curveball from Oswald. And he's sliding, backhanded play. Maintaining position for the 3rd out of that inning.
And able to get that wrist turned around. That's a dangerous position to be in as you go down. That wrist inverted the way it was.
Now Chris Sampson comes in. He had the career ERA of 0 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Facing Jason Jaramillo. Jaramillo 1 for 2 in RBI, a walk and a run scored. Sampson delivers ball 1. Sampson got a 2-inning save Wednesday against Colorado in the 6-4 win. Well, Troy Hawkins was unavailable. He threw 44 pitches in those 2 innings. As he got save number 3 of the year. First Astro to get a 2-inning save since Brad Lidge in 05. And he's 1-0 in 13 games against the Buccos with a 0 ERA for 22 innings of work. 2-1. Tim Burdack in 1 inning allowed no hits, no runs. He walked 2 and had 1 strikeout.
Well, he's got Jaramillo, the switch hitter, and then Jack Wilson, and then a pinch hitter. Looks like Hinsky down there with a bat in the Pirate dugout.
Strike takes it to 2-2. Sampson's 22 consecutive scoreless innings, all in his career against the Pirates, the most by any pitcher in Major League history not to allow a run versus Pittsburgh. Foul tip strikeout. Number 5 for Astros pitchers tonight.
He threw that one bad breaking ball earlier in the at bat, and he comes back with this one and gets on top of it, finishes it off, makes a good pitch. Competes very well against both right and left-handed hitters.
Hinsky does come out on deck with Jack Wilson batting. Wilson 1 for 3, an RBI double in the 3rd inning. Soft fly ball over third base. Hands in for a hit. Wilson heads for second. He stopped running at first base. I don't know what was going on with Jack, but he easily makes it to second. Maybe he thought the ball was foul, but it was easily fair. And no big deal as he gets his 2nd double of the night. But that's unusual for him to just break it down at first base there. He's looking back at his first base coach saying, are you blind? What's going on here, man? That ball was not foul.
So let me know.
Don't tell me to stop running. That was a good reaction shot. He gets the double number 11 of the year. And there's Jack. Come on. Need some direction there. Now they're going to switch to Delwyn Young as a pinch hitter instead of Hinsky. With the runner at second and 1 out. Young started the game last night in right field. And he had 2 hits and 4 at bats last night. Here's ball 1. Paul Maholm leading for the pinch hitter. In a position to be a winner for the 4th time this year. Young hitting .311, has no homers, 10 runs batted in. Maholm in 7 innings, allowed 8 hits, 4 runs, had 1 walk, struck out 4. Grounded foul.
Young for his career a better than .300 hitter in the pinch. That's pretty darn impressive.
Especially for a relatively young player. This year he's 6 for 15 with 3 runs batted in pinch hitting. Sampson with that runner at second and 1 out, trying to keep this game at 6-4 Pittsburgh, with Lee, Berkman, and Rodriguez due up in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch misses and the count runs to 2-1. Reds lead the Cubs 3-2 at the end of 7 at Great American Ballpark. Matt Maloney did well as the Reds starter, 6 innings, 2 earned runs.
Did they just call him up?
Yep.
For both guys go back on the DL?
Yes, he did. John Graybo, the veteran lefty, is warming up for the Buccos. Giovanni Soto connected for his second homer. He's off to a very slow start for Chicago. Broken bat roller to third. Backhanded Keppinger. And here's the play. There won't be a play at third. Berkman did not want to risk a throw on Wilson. 2 outs.
Yeah, Wilson realizing that Keppinger had a long throw to make and it would take another long throw back across the diamond. Hesitated momentarily as Keppinger checked him, but as soon as Jeff wound up to make that throw, Wilson was off and running.
Andrew McCutchen 1 for 4, a 2-run single in the second inning. Dating back to last year, the Astros had won 4 straight series against the Bucks. Going 11-3 in their last 14 games against Pittsburgh. Sampson goes to a 1-0 count. The Astros 13-16 at home this year. Just have not been able to capture that magic that they've had throughout many of their Minute Maid Park seasons. This could be the homestand that would do it for them, as they're 4-1 so far. 2-0 to McCutchen.
Showing pretty good eye here, laying off 2 pretty close breaking pitches just off that outside corner.
Now a strike, and it's 2-1. Sampson pitched Monday night in the 4-1 win for Roy Oswalt, so this is his 3rd outing of the week on this homestand. Last 3 outings, nothing but zeros for Chris. Hunter Pence moves over toward the right field line. Foul ball for out number 3. No runs, a hit, and the man stranded. 6-4 Pirates, mid-8th. Rewind. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. John Grabo in the game. The count is 1-0 on Carlos Lee. And this one goes to right field and backs up Brandon Moss. That's out number 1 for the lefty Grabo, who just entered the game. Paul Mulholland went 7, allowing 8 hits, 4 runs. Grabo's 3-0. His ERA is 4.30.
senior member of that Pirate bullpen, one of the 3 left-handed options for John Russell.
His last appearance was Tuesday against the Mets with 1 hitless inning. Graybo turns around Lance Berkman, who's 0 for 3. Astros have seen a lot of Graybo over the years. Strike 1 from the lefty, a 3rd-round pick of the Buccos in '97. He's from Arcadia, California. Good career numbers against Houston. It's 0-2.
That changeup right there makes it tough on righties. He's not a guy that they use as a situational lefty as much as they do as a straight setup guy to get to Matt Katz, their closer.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Graybo. Might be one of those guys moving along in a trade deadline deal later on. But he's been a very good pitcher for the Pirates. Last year, 74 appearances, a 2.84 ERA. And he worked 76 innings for them last year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He's been consistently over 60 appearances, 5 straight years. Graybo has done that. Berkman looks at ball 3, and it's a full count for Lance. Bud Rodriguez on deck. The Astros trail by 2 here in the 8th. Now back. The Pirates got all their runs on back-to-back 3-run frames in the 2nd and 3rd off Roy Oswalt. The Astros with 2 in the 1st on a Hunter Pence homer. Added single runs in the 3rd and 5th. Graybo has walked Berkman. 1 on, 1 out for Pudge Rodriguez. He's 0 for 3.
After running the count full, he felt like he had to get a little something extra, reach back for a better fastball, overthrew it, missed badly. Now the Astros have the tying run at home plate.
Pudge has not gotten the ball out of the infield tonight. 3 ground ball outs. Right-handed hitters are hitting .279 against Graybo with 1 homer so far this season. But he's had 2 effective outings against the Astros this year. There's strike 1. "14 straight scoreless relief appearances for Graybo against the Astros since '06. Liner to left. A Pudge single will get Lance Berkman to 2nd. That's a 5-game hitting streak for Rodriguez.
Maybe Graybo's due to give one up.
Maybe. Jeff Keppinger will bat.
Keppinger, who has been so good against left-handed pitching in his career, with an opportunity. The Pirates going to have a little meeting of the minds out there. First LaRoche over, and now Jaramillo out to talk to the veteran. Jaramillo may be doing as much listening as talking here.
That's for sure. Graybo knows what he wants to do after his years of service. The rookie catcher.
Jaramillo said, "Man, this catcher's mitt smells really good." Graybo said, "Oh man, my glove smells good too. All right, let's go get him."
2 on for Keppinger, who singled to left in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. He was robbed in the hole by Jack Wilson in the 2nd inning. A spectacular play by Wilson. Edwin Masonette's on deck. Astros have warm-up action going in the bullpen. And there is strike 1 for Keppinger.
Well, double could tie this ball game, so Nigel Morgan's got his heels basically on the warning track in left. Moss fairly deep in right, and McCutchen has conceded a little bit and backed off his normally very shallow positioning in center for more routine depth. But the advantage the Astros have here is LaRoche is playing off the line, so that gives Pudge a real big lead.
Off the middle. What a play by Sanchez and Wilson to get the out at 2nd. Pudge tumbling over as we've got Jack Wilson getting up slowly. Everybody sprawled out around second base. That is quite a play by Sanchez, diving to his right, and then Wilson had to go back and leave his feet to get that ball rolling on the ground for the force out for out number 2.
We talk about these guys every time we face the Pirates, how good they are up the middle, and Sanchez so quick, gloving that ball and flipping it essentially all in the same motion, and Wilson willing to give up the body to smother this ball and lay it on top of home plate to get the out at second base.
Pudge goes over him on this spectacular out number 2.
Boy, you talk about a vulnerable position to be in. You're laid across the bag as the base runner is coming in, spikes first.
Yes.
It's the shoulder. Pudge rolled over on that shoulder. That's where the issue is for Wilson.
Well, doing some flexibility testing there on Jack Wilson's shoulder. Shortstop with a very good and accurate arm, hurting a little bit. He'll try a few tosses here. And he says to John Russell he's fine to continue, but he's still windmilling that right shoulder and wincing a little bit. Jeff Blum has come out to the on-deck circle. Pitcher spot due up next. Edwin Masonette will be the batter with runners at first and third and 2 outs here in the 8th. Masonette 1 for 3. John Grabo with a 2-run lead. Waiting for Masonette. Signs being given by Jaramillo. First of all, Keppinger the runner at first. Grabo came into that game in Pittsburgh last weekend on May 30th with a 5-2 lead in the 8th inning. Retired Hunter Pence with the bases loaded. Masonette out in front, strike 1. One ball and 1 strike. Closer Matt Capps has gone 6 for 6 in his last 6 save situations. His last blown save the middle of last month.
Interesting that the Pirates here basically in the same situation where a double could tie this ball game, but with Masonette up there, they just don't feel like he has that kind of juice in his bat. They're not playing no doubles defensively. Certainly not in center and right. Moss really shortened up again, as is McCutchen in center. Don't they remember this is the guy that hit that home run to left field in Pittsburgh, the biggest left field in the league?
Well, they should. That was quite a night for him.
Probably going to have on their scouting report that he's got a little pull power. It doesn't juice it the other way very often.
Yeah. Morgan's pretty deep in left center. Ground ball goes to third. And Rose to second for the force play on Keppinger. No runs, a hit, 2 men stranded for the Astros. We move to the 9th inning, 6-4 Pirates. Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by your Texas Ford dealers, by Texaco at Techron, by the Progressive Insurance Group, and by Bud Light Lime. On a Saturday night in Houston, Texas, it's 6-4 Pirates. Pirates coming up in the 9th inning, and our Verizon call to the bullpen brings in right-hander LaTroy Hawkins, the Astros closer, until they can get Jose Valverde back. May not be all that much longer. Hawkins 1-2 with 7 saves in 9 opportunities.
Yeah, LaTroy has thrown the ball well again this year. Pitched very well for the Astros last year after they picked him up. Been cut loose by the Yankees. Joined the Astros, pitched very well. And was having a fine 2009. 4 consecutive scoreless appearances for Hawk coming into this one.
Chris Sampson in 1 inning led 1 hit, no runs, had a strikeout. Nyjer Morgan's 0 for 4. Looks at his strike. Sanchez and Adam LaRoche to follow here in the Pirate 9th. Pirates scored 3 in the 2nd, 3 in the 3rd. That's been it for them. 6 runs, 10 hits. The Astros have 4 runs, 9 hits. Each club has left 7. No errors tonight. Bounce foul, and it's 0-2.
It's a goofy game. The Pirates with 6 runs on 8 hits in those 2 innings, and essentially have done nothing since.
The Big Bang Theory quite often works in Major League Baseball. Those big innings do, in fact, decide the game.
That's why you don't sacrifice bunt in the 1st or 2nd inning.
Yeah.
Well, you don't sacrifice early with anybody but your pitcher for the most part.
Hawkins goes to a 1-2 count. Matt Capps, the Pirates closer, is warming up for them. LaTroy pitched Sunday in Pittsburgh, saving the 2-1 game. Monday here, saving a 4-1 game. And Tuesday in an extra inning game, 1 hitless inning. And he got Wednesday off with Sampson getting the save. So this is his first outing since the Tuesday game. Last 4 games for him have brought 4 scoreless innings. Astros bullpen is really pulled together without Jeff Geary, Doug Brocail, and Jose Valverde. Bounce foul, still a 1-ball 2-strike count. The Astros in the bottom of the 9th will have the pitcher's spot, then Bourne and Tejada due to bat. And with Capps presumably coming in, left-handed pinch hitters available would be Darren Erstad, Jeff Blum, and Matt Cada. Grounded to third. Booted by Keppinger on through into left field. Morgan will overrun the bag and not turn towards second. Couldn't have made it anyway. And he reaches on the error by Keppinger, his first of the year.
Yeah, that had ugly written all over it when it left the bat. An inside out swing. That ball had some funky spin on it, and Keppinger got caught in a position where he's somewhat flat footed trying to feel his ground ball. It takes a bad bounce on him.
Sure did. Had his glove low, and then the ball came up.
That's how you're taught to do it. It's easier to go from low to high with that glove than the other way around.
Keppinger feels bad about that. He's in tight at third. Freddie Sanchez, the batter. He's 0 for 4. He was set up. He seemingly did everything he could do. The ball just took a bad hop. And it's ball 1. Hawkins will try to pitch around that error.
And we talked earlier about the how silly it was to play for 1 run early. But certainly now in the 9th inning, a 2-run game, the Pirates looking just to push 1 more across. I don't know how they're going to want to do that. Morgan maybe straight steal, or maybe they'll try to play a little hit and run to Sanchez.
Adam LaRoche on deck. He's had a couple of hits and a walk tonight. Morgan's going. No throw. We had a big jump. Stolen base number 12 for Morgan. Pirates get their second of the night.
Yeah, now Sanchez will try to move him along, and he's a really good handler of the bat. You know, some guys, when they try to steer the ball the other way, they just end up taking bad hacks and get themselves out. But he has very good bat control. And here's a situation where it might make sense to cheat Masonette in a little bit. And maybe you got a fighting chance of throwing Morgan out at third if you get a sharply hit ground ball to second. Be difficult because of Morgan's speed.
He takes off for third. Hawkins strikes to third base and gets him. Great job by LaTroy Hawkins with that inside move, and it's a caught stealing from 1 to 5.
And Morgan, with nobody out, that's a bad base running decision to try to steal third base there. Especially with a guy like Sanchez hitting. And he just realizing that Hawk is so slow, he feels like he's easy pickings, and if he's going home, he probably would have been, but he didn't go home.
Very interesting. Foul back. 2-1. It removes an important base runner in this game with a 2-run Pirate lead.
I got on because of a bad hop anyway. Baseball gods have even things out here.
Now, Hawk has learned a few tricks in his years in the major leagues. Lifted that leg, and then he moved back to his right and made the throw onto third base. He lured him into trying to steal third. Over shortstop, Tejada, single into left center field. Sanchez is going to try to make a big turn, but then he'll go back. He does run the bases hard.
If you're traveling and can't watch your Astros, you can always catch the game on your computer with MLB.tv. 100 out-of-market games per week live, and those you missed available on demand. For more details, visit Astros.com, where baseball is always on. And don't forget, MLB All-Star voting has begun. You can vote now, vote Astros, vote often.
Hunter Pence should draw a lot of support. Miguel Tejada's having a fine year. Carlos Lee's picked up the pace. Adam LaRoche has a double, a single, and a walk in this game. Go to first base. Sanchez is 4 for 5 in steals. Washington pummeled the Mets 7-1. John Lannon going to 3-5 with a win over John Maine. He's 5-4. Adam Dunn hit his 17th. Elijah Dukes number 5 and Nick Johnson number 5 for the winning Nationals. Hawkins delivers ball 1 to LaRoche. Nationals now 15-39, and the Mets go to 29-25 with that loss. Earlier, the Phillies lost to the Dodgers in the 12th, 3-2. The Phils maintain their 3-game lead over the second place Mets.
Walk-off home run by Andre Ethier to win that ball game in LA.
Yeah, that was his second of the game. 2 balls, no strikes. Colorado just got 4 in the top of the 9th at St. Louis. Takes a 10-1 lead over the Cardinals to the bottom of the 9th. Ian Stewart hit his second of the game, 11th of the year. Clint Barmas chimed in with number 6. Rick Ankiel number 3 for the Redbirds. The number goes out toward Hawkins. Going to Berkman for out number 2. Sanchez to second base. Andy LaRoche, 2 hits and a walk tonight. Has scored 2 runs. It'll be a pinch hitter, Bourne and Tejada in the Houston 9th inning. Pudge out to talk it over. Cubs and Cincinnati are tied 3-3. They're in the top of the ninth. They are tied 3.5 behind Milwaukee coming into play tonight. Cubs and Cincinnati. Milwaukee 3, Atlanta nothing. They're in the last of the 8th in Atlanta. Prince Fielder has hit another one tonight, giving him 15 this season. 2 home runs in the game for Prince. He crossed him up, and Way Pudge caught that ball and now immediately goes out to the mound. He was not expecting to see a fastball. It's ball 1. Florida leads the Giants 5-2. They've played 5 in Florida. Edwin Jackson and Detroit held off the Angels 2-1, beating Kelvin Escobar. John Lester in Boston knocked off Texas 8-1, beating Derek Holland.
2-hitter for Lester, punched out 11.
Wow.
Kid can really pitch.
He's 5-5.
He's the best 5-5 pitcher in the American League.
Probably is. Oakland 1, Baltimore nothing. They're in the middle of the 3rd at Oakland.
Swing better.
Takes a fastball and it's 2-1.
Waiting for a big leaguer to show up and start chattering like a little leaguer.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Hey, better. He can hit. Swing batter.
He might get a little chin music if he kept that up for a while. Down to the left side, backhanded. Tejada with a long throw to Berkman and out at first. Sanchez was going to try to score if that ball had stayed in play, but it's out. Number 3, no runs, a hit, an error, and a man left, and it's 6-4 Pirates. That made it 2-0. Then he hit a triple to right center in the 3rd. A great start toward the cycle. He later walked, hit a fly ball to center. He might bat here in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's our Reliant Energy power play. Ramon Vasquez takes over at third base. He's batting in the 9th spot in a double switch. Andy LaRoche leaving the game. Matt Capps, the closer, comes in, and Andy's number 5 spot on the order. And Capps at 6 for his last 6, 12 for 14 this year in saves.
Normally has very good command, but it's been a little wobbly this year. He's walked 9 in 17 2/3 innings to go along with 12 strikeouts. He's been fairly hittable as well. League hitting .333 against him. That's 23 hits in 17 and 2/3 innings, so he's had to pitch around a lot of traffic.
John Graybo in 1 inning allowed 1 hit, no runs. He had a walk and no strikeouts. Darren Erstad is the pinch hitter for LaTroy Hawkins. Hawkins in 1 inning allowed 1 hit, no runs, with no walks, no strikeouts. Caps delivers, and there's strike 1 at 93 miles per hour to Erstad. Caps saved a 7-4 Pittsburgh win last weekend in Pittsburgh over the Astros. 0-2. In his career, he has great numbers at Minute Maid Park, a 1-0 record, a 0.79 ERA. He's pitched twice against the Astros this year, has not given up a hit. Erstad fouls it.
He's got a little bit of a short arm delivery. And typically, he's able to drive that fastball down around the knees. He's got a hitting corners with it too. He'll throw a lot of fastballs. He can reach mid-90s with it. And he also has a slider and a changeup. And it's mostly power stuff from Caps.
Erstad 4 for 23 pinch hitting. He looks at the ball and it's 1-2.
Boy, that was close.
It was.
Darren's body language, I think he thought he was out.
Caps 25 years old from Douglasville, Georgia. 21 saves and 26 tries last year. One hopper right back to him. One out in the Astro ninth. Michael Bourne has been kept off base by the Pirates tonight. He's 0 for 4.
Hey, Charlie and Mindy Henson from Lago Vista, Texas are here today. They're with niece and nephew Kim and Benjamin Johnson, Brennan, and they promised an Astros win. So we're up against it right here, folks.
Well, they gave you that note about 8 innings ago.
I know, but I want to put the pressure on them.
Michael Bourne 0 for 4 in the game. Tejada on deck. Fly ball near the left field line. Roger Morgan cruises over, 2 outs for Caps. And now Maholman out away from being a 4-game winner. And for the first time since April 22nd. Miguel Tejada is 2 for 4. Hunter Pence will be on deck. Tejada singled and rode home on the Pence 2-run homer in the first. He doubled and scored in the 5th on a Lee single. Caps missed 6 games about a month ago with right elbow discomfort. Since then, though, he's come back to, as JD mentioned, his control has not been as fine as usual, but pitch effectively. Numbers look good. There's ball 1 and 95 on the heater for Caps. One ball and 1 strike. Caps last year in 53 innings walked 5.
Pragmatic.
Yeah. Jack Wilson back, but it's a hit over his head and into left center. Miguel Tejada has another 3-hit game.
And Miggy, 353 before that swing of the bat. Carlos Beltran was 0 for 4 today, so he's a National League batting average leader up to the moment. And how many times do we call for the bloop and the blast? Well, we've got our bloop. And imagine Hunter right there trying to just convince himself not to think too much about the blast. Just have a good solid at bat, try to make solid contact.
That's the 12th 3-hit game for Tejada. He leads the majors. Pence, homer, triple, walk, fly ball to center. Carlos Lee on deck. Fastball foul for strike 1. Hunter is now 9 for 22 on this homestand with 2 homers. Into center field, McCutchen over. Two-ended, and it's no runs a hit and a man left. The Pirates square the series. Caps getting save number 13. Mahalam, his 4th win. Roy Oswalt, the loser, goes to 2-3. Rubber game coming tomorrow. Once again, our